Imagine a manhwa love story that takes place in a fantasy kingdom where the bravest and most famous knight of the kingdom ends up being reborn in the body of the noble lady that they were actually tasked with protecting. Well, if that sounds interesting to you, I have the perfect story for you in honor of this Valentine's season, and also some exclusive question and answers from the creator of said manhwa. And of course, the story that I'm talking about is the iconic From a Knight to a Lady, a story by Ink and also Ian and Sung Hae. While everyone's talking about love at first sight this season, we're delving into something even better. A love that gets a second chance at a first impression. Hello friends, and my name is Liz, and today we are here with Cross Hearts doing a creator Q&A session. Now jumping straight into the story, our story follows Estelle, who meets her untimely death as a valiant knight of the kingdom of Ursha. But death is not the end for Estelle. 3 years after her demise, she finds herself reincarnated into the body of Lucifella Aiden, the spoiled and cold-hearted daughter of a count in the Empire of Jonsgar. To our reborn knight's dismay, she finds out that her kingdom fell to Jonsgar years ago, and now she's betrothed to Zedekai Haint, the son of a duke and her adversary in her previous life. Now Estelle has to navigate this new world, trying to find out the truth of her original death, while also trying to navigate her new life as this count's daughter. And now to get a little bit more insight into the series itself, we have some questions and answers for our creators. The first question is, how did you visually convey whether Lucifella or Estelle was more present in a scene despite them sharing the same body? And their answer was, since Lucifella and Estelle inhabit the same body, I felt there was very little room to differentiate them through outward physical appearance alone. Instead, I focused more on subtler elements such as their gaze, posture, and overall texture of their movements. The true Lucifella is depicted with a gentle yet slightly distant gaze, reflecting her composed and noble nature. In contrast, when Lucifella's body is inhabited by Estelle, her eyes are drawn sharper, more tense, and faintly irritable. Having suddenly awakened in the heart of an enemy nation after the possession, it felt natural that the world would not appear gentle or forgiving in her eyes. I also emphasize Estelle's habits and temperament as a former knight through bold, decisive movements that show little concern for the gazes of others. This contrast becomes especially striking when set against the expectations imposed on a noblewoman's body. If readers were able to sense these subtle differences, I would truly be delighted. The second question is, what is your favorite scene from Volume 1? The scene that left the strongest impression on me in Volume 1 is the moment when Lucifella subdues a murderer completely on her own, only to collapse after seeing Zed's face. This scene clearly demonstrates her resolve and sound judgment as a knight, but at the same time it reveals the physical limitations of her current body. It is the moment where a knight's will pushes forward, yet a lady's body can no longer endure the strain. I feel this scene most vividly captures the fragile boundary between knight and lady, and the tension that defies Lucy's existence. And the third question is, which character do you empathize with the most? Which they responded by saying, when the question shifts from which character I cherish the most to which one I empathize with the most, it becomes surprisingly difficult to answer. It isn't something that can be pinpointed easily. After giving it some thought, I believe the answer would be Estelle. I believe From a Knight to a Lady is a story without any truly perfect characters. Every character carries their own form of immaturity, shaped by their past and circumstances. In Estelle's case, this immaturity is especially visible due to the life she has lived and the situation she's thrust into. Even so, rather than remaining trapped in despair, Estelle continues to move forward with remarkable resilience. In that sense, she may not be a character I directly relate to, but rather someone I aspire to become, at least at this stage of my life. Estelle, particularly in the early parts of the story, may come across as a character who is not immediately easy to empathize with. However, I do hope readers will continue to watch her journey and see how she grows and changes as the story unfolds. I truly love seeing all those little details and insights from the creator of this series, and it truly makes you appreciate all the little details that they sprinkled throughout the story with so much intention. And whether you're a lover of the series already or you're interested in reading, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A session, and happy Valentine's Day to y'all.